lovely little Monday night stream. Welcome everybody. How's everyone doing? We got us a Scotty. We got a Becky. So happy. She'll improve now. Just came home. I need some violin play. Well, I'm ready to give that to you. Jove, welcome. Rena, hello. How are you? Tesno, Tripwire, Elton. I hope everyone's doing well. For myself, I'm doing good. I had a very just relaxed weekend. I found that after a really exciting birthday week that we had here on Twitch, I needed some kind of non-music decompression time. So admittedly, I mostly just hung around playing video games, which is one of the reasons for the title tonight. I'm sure you noticed it says that this will be the only stream that we have this week. I have my Celtic gig coming up this weekend, and I have learned a lot of it, but there's still a good chunk that I need to get done. And I think it would be best for me to focus the next few days on just practicing and making sure I'm prepared for the gig so that I feel comfortable and that, I'll do a good job. So I wanted to still come on and have one stream this week, and I will be back next week at the same time. For Blue, welcome. How are you? But yeah, it was a very restful weekend. Admittedly, I didn't do very much. I just kind of had a good, relaxing couch, kimchi, weighted blanket, Zelda catch-up time, which was very, very nice. It's a very special stream. Well, I don't know. I feel like I always get nervous coming on stream when I haven't played violin for a few days, which again is a not very common seeing that you will see. I feel like I'm always upkeeping my practice routine and everything, but again, I felt like I just kind of needed the last 2 days to sit back and just kind of clean the house and get acquainted with my other hobbies and relax. I did basically nothing at all this weekend too, and I needed it. See, there's kind of that pat on the back that you need to give yourself for giving yourself that space. Even though it's kind of hard to do sometimes, it's, at least with myself being so ambitious, I always want to have a big accomplishment that I can be excited about to end my day whenever I put my head down on the pillow. But I'm trying to get better at learning that also giving yourself space to just relax is also something to pat yourself on the back for. So I extend one of these towards you, Tripwire. Very good. Very good. Young at heart, welcome. I just came home from a trip to Croatia last Friday. Very nice. Do you have any big takeaways from your trip that you want to share? Been trying to get back to normal. Yeah, there's always kind of that pre-travel prep and then post-travel adjustment. So I definitely can relate to that. HT, good to see you. How are you doing? So yeah, I'll admit that this is my first time sitting at this setup since our last stream. I'm hoping I remember how to press all these lovely buttons that we have and, get back to it. I did tune everything and did a little bit of violin prep, not as much as I typically do, but I feel at least ready to get started. It just might take a couple songs for me to get settled in. We do already have a priority request for the wonderful Elton, who is very sweet and did a $5 dono. Thank you very much, Elton. I did adjust, as you can see, what's typically our weekly goal to just stream goal because, like I said, this is going to be the only stream this week, so I just wanted to, make it appropriate for what I was asking for. Here in Belgium, it's Bank Holiday Wednesday, and we do the bridge, so we are making a party like it's the end of the world. Bank Holiday Wednesday? I'm not quite sure I understand. I don't know if I follow. What is this Bank Holiday Wednesday? Let's see. You bringing up Game of Thrones makes me remember that I was crushing through it. Like, I feel like I'm one of the only people that hasn't watched the series in its entirety. I got really into it over the course of the past like year and a half. And please no spoilers, please no spoilers. But I am at this point, I think halfway through the last season. So I at least caught up with like most of the experience of Game of Thrones, but I still have to reach the finale. But I'll admit, I think my enthusiasm has like been slowed down because I know so many people weren't as happy with the finale. Showcased by Fast. Don't finish it. Yes. Like, I will admit that has been factoring a little bit into my momentum for going through it. And, you know, like I told you guys that I've recently gotten into the Fallout series, which I've really, really enjoyed so far. I think I only have 2 episodes left of that at this point. But I very rarely at this point go through a live action series. I feel like most of my TV time is really spent between watching like Twitch streams, YouTube channels that I follow, as well as anime. Those are probably like the trifecta of what takes up most of my TV time. But there's certain series where I'm like, okay, this seems like something I should experience, and Game of Thrones was that. So I thought I saw a little tail. You want to come up and say hi? I know everyone likes to see you, bud. Okay, he wants to walk by my feet, which makes me a little nervous because he did recently figure out how to tear apart my cable barriers. So, okay, he's wandered to other parts of the room, so I think we're safe. I did go to TwitchCon last year. I'm currently trying to figure out if I might be doing it this year. I'm in the talks of potentially working with people for performances for the application deadline for live performances at TwitchCon this year. You know, I just always have to make sure I double check with the bands that I work with to see what their schedule is looking like. It's usually fine, but I just, you know, need to know if there's any like festivals or recording sessions or dates that I need to be prepared for. For Gizmo's Little Helper, welcome and affectionate Scar. Yes, it's going to be San Diego, I believe, right? This year? I think that's where TwitchCon's going to be. Nth Degree, thank you so much for 28 months. Thank you very, very much. US TwitchCon is in the fall. Yes, so the European TwitchCon is always a bit earlier. I doubt I'll be going to that. I have yet to gone to that, but one year I am hoping to make that a goal for myself because I have my passport and I do really want to travel more. It's just been admittedly kind of scary for me to like stop my work schedule for more than an extended weekend. And I feel like if I went abroad, I'd really want to give like at least a week to a week and a half for that. One of the reasons is I get worried about leaving my little kimchi. I hate leaving kimchi for more than like 4 days. It makes me an absolute stress mess. Even though every time I always make sure that there's at least like 4 shifts of people that come over to say hi and make sure he's okay and that everything is happy in his little world. San Diego Convention Center is nice, close to the Padres Stadium. I will say, having gone to TwitchCon San Diego as well as Las Vegas, I did prefer the location for San Diego. I felt like if there was like an hour I needed to decompress to like leave the convention center, there was just so many options for restaurants and cafes and little spots that you could just pop into. Whereas in the Vegas location, it kind of seemed like its own island where you would have to walk through 90 degrees weather to like find anything else for at least a 10-minute walk. And in that heat, that was quite daunting, especially for a pale little thing like me. You best. You best you bits. I was covered in suntan lotion that entire time and still got burnt. Like, very badly. The shoulders were very upset. Something I think I heard a lot of big streamers say is that they wish they'd knew sooner that taking time off wasn't going to destroy their career. I feel like that mindset I do understand. I think for music streamers, it's a little bit less of a pressure than like streamers who, for instance, have a regular schedule of doing like maybe 8-hour streams every day or something where they're kind of reliably called upon for having their stream available for that daily comfort. Whereas I feel like a fair amount of music streamers will do more of like 3 to 4 streams a week and have set times for how long they will go for physical reasons as well as endurance and things like that. I do hate to admit that there is a reality where like there has been months I've streamed where if I did take a week off, I would lose like around 200 subs sometimes, or a large chunk of income. However, I also acknowledge that that's kind of a standard what's to be expected for a lot of jobs. I know that, you know, a lot of work obviously will have parts of their year span factored into vacation time. But I've just never really worked a job where I had that opportunity to begin with. So in my eyes, I kind of feel like for what I'm used to, it's kind of like, well, yeah, if I take a week off, I'm going to lose income. So it's one of those hard lessons for doing this as long as I have, to be like, okay, even though you're going to have numbers for subs and, you know, all these other factors potentially go down, you still got to give yourself that week vacation that most people get to experience and just not overthink the outcome of that and come back just as strong in the next month with your typical schedule. Networking at TwitchCon is definitely valuable. I feel like TwitchCon is definitely what you make of it. Like, for example, for myself, I definitely have made an effort each time to go to certain group meetups, as well as, you know, talks. And you have to be proactive, I think, and schedule and make a plan for what your weekend is going to look like to have it be beneficial for you. But also, at the same hand, I think it's important to go about it without the mindset of having it be beneficial, because then you'll be more natural in yourself throughout it. So it's definitely like a balance. I think it's different when you're streaming is your only source of income. I totally agree. I'll admit I'm of the mindset though where while streaming is my main source of income, I really do view it as just like a gift. And yeah, really just like a gift that's given to me. So therefore, if I'm not there for a week, I'm not there to accept a gift for exchanging anything in the process. Of course, there's a large chunk of this audience, and a lot of you guys are here who continue your subs even if I do take a sub or a week off for a month or something like that. But yeah, like I've just kind of trained my mind to not expect that, because it will allow me to not take it as hard when I do see like a difference when I do take time off. You know what I mean? Not to underscore the appreciation I have for people who continue through that, because obviously I see that as well. But yeah, I kind of just see it as a a natural part of the job where we all have parts of our job that are kind of inconvenient or are not ideal. So that's just kind of a part of the deal of being a streamer in my mind. For Warrior Roll, thank you very much for a tier 2 for 5 months. I really appreciate you. He said cheers to money. Cheers to you. Cheers to you. And I will play my whole heart out for a song for you to thank you for that sub. If that's something that you'd like, just let me or Mod know. Of course, that goes for Nth Degree as well. I do have my iPad chat charged, which does have one of the Station to Station ones on it, as well as the printed one. But hey, 1 week off is 1 week where I won't be around to annoy you with improv loop requests. The thing is, Doc, every time I've done an improv request, I feel like it almost always results in something that is like a really good growth moment for me. Not only in just like, you know, having the confidence to try and do something out of my comfort zone, but more often than not, I do like them. It just, the biggest thing that gets in my way is the fear of how long it actually takes to put it together is the biggest thing at this point. But I am kind of slowly but surely challenging that within myself. Either growth or crying. Hey, the crying's less, I will say. I think the most things that have made me cry on this stream in the past like year have just been Baloo song. Nothing to do, but is it too late to learn violin at 29 years old? In my opinion, absolutely not. With the precaution of just making realistic goals for yourself. Like, if you want to be able to play, let's say, well enough to drop in on a jam where it's something fairly simple, like if you get really good at the keys of C, G, and D, you can focus on just that and getting a clean tone with your bow. And of course, it is so worth it and so probable. If you want to get into it with the idea of like being able to play Paganini or something, I would still say go for it. But, you know, it's just kind of a matter of what your goal is with picking up the instrument. And I think the most healthy thing that I've done for myself is with all of my instruments, my primary goal is to make sure that I can at least hang in a jam where like people are playing and I could pick it up and at the just bare minimum be able to play along with it. Joe, I kind of hope these Sailor Moon ones never change because they just make me so happy. I love it so much. Joe, thank you. Let me know if I can play you something. Also, Blink's welcome, as well as Winslow. I hope you guys are doing well. And Metatron, thank you. Monday with Joe, hope you enjoy your time off. Please play Tifa's theme if you get a chance. Oh, that's not an if I get a chance. That is a gift to me to have me play Tifa's theme, which we checked last stream, I think, and I believe it's my most played song on the song list, which again makes me just absolutely tickled by because it is one of my favorite songs to play. Kadarjo, welcome. How are you doing today? Oh, I feel like I'm already loosening up. I typically get like a little shy when I come back and do Monday streams because I took the weekend off. But for this past weekend, I really took the weekend off. I didn't touch any of my instruments. I mainly just crashed on the couch and played games and was with kimchi and my weighted blankets, and I loved it. You're a fan of video games? What's your favorite Final Fantasy? You know, for a while, I always said 9 because it was my first Final Fantasy, but I think my favorite is 8, which in some realms is very controversial, but I loved it. I don't know. I really loved it. It's a good day. Joe wants to play. I'm ready to play. I'm a little nervous because I haven't touched a violin the past 2 days, so let's just jump in because we do have 2 priority requests that I do want to get to. So I think I'm going to go with one of my tried and true, most comfortable beginning pieces, which is First Steps from Unravel. And then we are going to do Moonlight Densetsu for Elton, as well as Orsrush Pioneer Town for Nth Degree. That one surprised me for you, Nth Degree. Like, I know you like the Station to Station soundtrack, but it's nice to see that you also enjoy that one as well. Yes, we all know that I love the Octopath Traveler 2 soundtrack so much. All right. Ooh, first violin notes. Let me get some LaCroix. Oh. And 9, thank you. Man, I'm very grateful for Monday night streams. Because Typically, I will give myself like a little space on the weekend to just decompress a bit, outside of doing shows and things like that. But, that's not like an every weekend sort of experience. So you guys give me like the best little tippy toes back into everything. Now this is Tifa's theme, so I'm just gonna go right into it for Metatron. Fate decided. Wanakas, thank you. Let me know if I can play you something. I never want to stop there, but I just know that's where that track typically fades out. For N9, thank you very much for the dono. And yes, please let me know if there's something I can play for you. For Wanakas, thank you. Please let me know if I can play something for you. I know with a couple of ones that you like. I know you enjoy Havana and Waltz Number 2 by Shostakovich. But yeah, just let me know if there's something I can do. Euphemism, welcome. I hope everyone's doing well. Had a nice weekend. For myself, I had a very nice, relaxing weekend. I didn't really get a lot done, but I think I needed that for myself to just allow myself to sit down and play Tears of the Kingdom and just relax. Honestly, I wish I could do more movie TV soundtracks, but in regards of DMCA rules with Twitch, like, it is very, very dangerous waters to trudge into. with the game soundtracks, I feel comfortable doing those because, like, you know, people obviously stream themselves playing games and they're not muting their audio. But with TV and movies, it can get really, really risky. Otherwise, I would have a lot more anime stuff on the song list, I guarantee it. But yeah, unfortunately, that's just kind of one of the barriers that I have to be conscious of to keep the channel up and running, you know. Yelling at Clouds, welcome, how are you? Saw Pan's Labyrinth. I love Pan's Labyrinth. It's one of my most watched movies, even though I still have to watch like this for some of it because parts of it scare the poos out of me. It's scary. One of the greatest soundtracks. I totally agree with you. It's so pretty. I feel like I definitely like gravitate towards the lullaby sound anyway, but the lullaby of Pan's Labyrinth is so, so pretty. I'm trying to remember what Oars Rush sounds like. I think I remember it. Yeah, it's this lovely like piano violin duo, which admittedly sometimes I have a hard time reading. And it's been a minute, so I will do my very best. I'll probably do like 2 goes of it just to give it my best shot, but it's a very, very pretty track. Eventually, at some point down the road, I really want to record myself playing not only the violin part, but the piano part. It's just a lovely little duo. I feel like in the spirit of my Irish gig coming up, I want to do this without the track to just get better at these string crossings. Like, this isn't obviously a song that's going to appear in my set upcoming this weekend, but I think it would be good for me to do that. And it's so pretty. Squeak. Only one part I want to redo. Fourth finger vibrato. Oh, we're getting close. That's the part that gets me, is right here. Yes, they do a lot of string crossings. Try that one more time. And then I promise I'll do the Moonlight Densetsu piece for you, Elton. I'm sorry to make you wait. Celeste, welcome by the way. It's good to see you, as always. Okay, I can do this. Katana, welcome. And Euphemism for Wonder, welcome. allergies are killing me. People are cutting their lawns today, so all the pollen is like very fresh. I'm definitely closer, but there's this one measure. This whole piece is like basically eighth notes, and then they only have two measures where there's two 16th notes, and it just really messes up my momentum. Yes, there's string crossings too. So I could either use a fourth finger Sometimes when I'm doing things like this, like at a difficult section, I'll try and see if I can go through it using like the smallest amount of bow possible. Because for violinists, sometimes we'll like buy ourselves more time by using more bow. So if I do these little tiny bows, then it proves to me that I know exactly when I need to change my direction for it. Even though it's not like the most full, beautiful sound, that's usually not what practice is anyway, so it's something I'll probably have to do for that little section there. I'm trying to remember if I changed the key for Moonlight Densetsu. I feel like I might have, which I don't have pre-planned to play over, but I'm hoping maybe I'm good enough at transposing to maybe make it work. So we'll see together if that works out or not. It might not work out, but I'm going to try. This is going to be by ear for a second. I got it now. I keep catching these baby hairs I have. Lemonade, thank you for the follow. Okay, let's do it now that I have the melody in this key. I think when I originally did this, I transposed it to A minor instead of A flat minor. But I'm better at A flat minor now, so I'm just doing it off the top of my head to get the original here. What's that jazz chord at the end? This cape thing is so comfortable, but it's getting in the way of my arm. No. I guess it'd have to be a fifth there. My poor baby hairs, I keep catching them in my bow today. It was a hair washing day, so they're extra fluffy and just poking out in areas where they shouldn't be. Jessica, welcome. It's good to see you. Affectionate Scar, I don't know if I've already said hello today. It's wonderful to see you. Oh, too fluffy. The hair is too powerful. Too powerful. I don't know if I was the only one to get this iconic haircut as a child, but I rocked the bowl haircut for the first, I want to say first grade all the way till third grade. I had a bowl cut. And so did my brother and sister. All three of us. We just rocked it. I don't know if how many people can relate to that. Nova-san, good to see you. Let's see here. Yes, I had a bowl cut with bangs. I'm sure I have a picture of it somewhere. It might be in the next room. Maybe on my break I'll see if I can like find it real quick for us. Admittedly, one of those pictures, though, it was first grade, is definitely my best school picture ever. And then it was just like all downhill from there. Every school picture was just... It wasn't cute. It wasn't cute. But first grade, it was cute. I'm like giggling in it. It's a good one. Oh, I blinks. I'm happy to hear I wasn't the only one rocking the bowl for a while. And hey, if anyone's still rocking the bowl, I respect. It's kind of like how the mullet has gone like way more into mainstream lately. I think the bowl is going to make a comeback. Just saying. Maybe we can bring them back like all the other 90s things. I mean, who's to say, you know, it might just be one of the things left of the past in the power of the 90s. I'm biased, but I'm obviously very partial to the 90s. Yogi, welcome. Good to see you. How are you doing today? Brukos, welcome. We were all bowl cuts too. There's something I think even more powerful being like a sibling core of bowl cuts. Like me, my brother and sister, there's so many cute pictures of us growing up where we're all just rocking the bowl cut. I'm the youngest of 3. Have an older brother and sister. And they're 4 and 5 years older than me. So like I've always been the baby of the family. And no matter what I do, I will always remain the baby. That's probably another thing people can relate on. But honestly, I love it. Like, they treat me very lovingly as the baby. So I will accept that family role. Solso, welcome. My best friend did. We both unofficially decided never to bring it up again. Maybe I should make that like one of my alerts on the channel. Like a sub one. It's just a picture of me with a bowl cut. I'll go to sleep soon, so have a nice evening or afternoon. See you next time. This community still endearing, maybe is what you meant to say. Lovely peeps here. Driven by angels to paradise when I hear her voice and her violin skills. Oh. How old am I? I am 33. I'm 33 years old. I just turned 33 last week. That used to be a question on Twitch where I would almost like refuse to answer it. But at this point, I'm kind of seeing the issue with me not acknowledging it. And I think that's kind of like a bigger issue that I'd rather just be honest about. Where I'm like, why am I embarrassed to say that? Hell yeah, I'm 33. I'm a proud 33-year-old woman. Turning 40 this year. Happy early birthday to you. 33 it is very nice. There's more odd numbers than I would like. I will admit I'm a bit of like an even numbers gal. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I feel like when I was first starting Twitch, I was like afraid that if I said my age, I would see like my follows go to 0 all at once. But if I keep trying to live my life like that, then that's just going to end in problems for myself. So I'm trying to let that go and just be like, you know what? I am what I am. I hope it doesn't offend you that I'm 33. I think I have a template for this. I'm just double checking for St. James Infirmary. Here it is. So this is one I do from scratch. I just already have like the tempo set and things and pedals for this one. What? I checked Ableton before I started and now it goes, no. All right, that means I have to restart it real quick. Well, like, Affectionate Scar, like what you're saying, like, there is such, like, a negative reaction to being over the age of 24. I feel like for, like, all genders and people, Like, you start to feel like almost ashamed of it. And it's just like, why am I ashamed? Because I've learned so much. And like, I I like who I am now more than little, 24-year-old Joe. Even though I'm grateful for her. She got me to where I am. But I don't want to go back to that place. So let's start celebrating our age and not hide it anymore. And also, as I've learned, I have so many people in my club here in chat, which is very cute and fun. Agent 911, welcome. Thank you for resub for 2 months now. I really appreciate you. Please let me know if I can play you something. And 9, thank you. I hate to admit I fell into like the pocket of like looking at my face more closely and being like, oh my god, when I get this close to the mirror, I'm starting to see like a couple little lines here. But you know what? It's what I'm supposed to look like right now, and that's okay. Even though I was beating myself up about it a whole lot. And I opened up to you guys about how I did Jackbox games with like a big group of new people, and we were playing the game like, oh, who in this group is most likely to be whatever the prompt is? And the prompt was receive plastic surgery. And in this group of people I had just met, I won. Like 12 group of, like, there was a group of 12 within it. And I was horrified. I was like, what? Like I just met you guys and we were eating like appetizers and bagel bites and carrots with ranch. Like, when did this so suddenly turn into a burn moment? I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but really just sit in there and have an existential crisis right now. But hey, to my credit, I stayed and I played another hour of the game and then I excused myself. And then in that 20-minute car ride home, I was like, but ultimately, someone had to be chosen, and it just, for some reason, was me. And I'm gonna keep telling myself that there wasn't a specific reason for why. Betrayed over apps. Well, the thing was, we were all there in person together, so that made it so much weirder. Like, when it happened, like, everyone was just dead silent, and I went, oh. Okay. Appetizers are usually worth emotional damage. That's actually very true. I usually have very nice family get-togethers, but I will admit that I partially look forward to them because of the appetizers. Even though one of them is just like vegetables and ranch, which I could get at any point in time. But damn, I just love getting those. It makes me so happy. So I think with this one, I'm going to do everything live. And for loops, pedal purposes, they'll all be horizontal. It looks like it forgot my audio input, so I have to re-put that in. Luckily, that just takes a second, so here we go. For Canuck Moose, welcome, and Soy Chica, welcome. I hope you guys are doing well. For myself, I'm doing good. I took the weekend off from practicing music, which is quite rare for me, so I feel like always a little bit shy coming back to it after taking even 2 days off, which obviously isn't a long time, but for me it is. Alright, looks like all the inputs are correct. Now I just need to change the mic inputs. Hello, reverb. Check. There it is. We're just getting a raid for Tess. Thank you very, very much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. I was just about to do a loop of a jazz classic, St. James Infirmary, where I'll play a handful of different instruments. I promise I do play violin. You're not going to see it for a second, but I promise I do. I'll probably whip it out early. Oh, saying whip it out feels gross. I'll present my violin after I track a couple instruments. Wow, this is the best introduction I've ever done. I deserve that. That's fair. Tess, please let me know if I could play you something to say thank you for your raid. Lesson learned. Okay, let's do this song. Thank you very much. Welcome, Raiders. Make sure these drums aren't too loud. But for Raiders, hey, some guy just tipped. It looks like we're on the same page. I need less hi-hat, more kick. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and... Oh, the hi-hat needs to be the downbeat. 4, 1, 2, 3. Bye, thank you. One day I might have a smoother setup where I don't have to unplug and replug instruments. then I'll do vocals and stuff. On the corner by the square, they were serving drinks as usual, and the usual crowd was there. On my left stood Big Joe Kennedy. His eyes were bloodshot red, and he turned his face to the people, and these were the very words he said. I went down to St. James Infirmary. I saw my baby there. She was stretched out on a cold white table, so sweet, so young, so fair. That's pretty smooth for a first loop of the day. Typically, I get pretty shy with those. For Dempsey JA rather, thank you very much for the follow. Hot tamales! Oh, this is a PG stream, man. You better simmer down. I'm obviously making a joke. You're fine. Jove, thank you for the bits. Thank you. I was a bit nervous today because, man, my seasonal allergies are not quitting. I am cat sitting for one of my friends, and in order to get to their spot, I have to walk through this, like, it feels like a jungle of just weeds and flowers. And the saddest part was, it was so beautiful walking through it. I was like, oh my gosh, I should take a picture. But my allergies were dying. Paris is burning, yes! Ooh, are the Celtics winning? Oh my god, Celtics, Joe. That's so embarrassing. I have my Celtic gig coming up. I blame it on that. I know they're called the Celtics. I'm sorry. I blame it on the vigorous amounts of Celtic music that I've been working on. Oh dear, let's just play the song. But yes, I was hoping someone would ask for that tonight because I was having a craving. When I was tuning up the electric guitar, I was like, man, this one needs to happen. How has it already almost been an hour and a half? My golly gosh. Golly goodness. Let us do Subterranean Homesick Alien. And then after this one, I might need to take my first break just to have some water and everything. You can hear my voice is a little scratchy today. Again, I apologize. I'm very, very sensitive to pollen allergies here in Nashville. And we be bloomin', let me tell you. These trees, they be bloomin'. And on top of that, a lot of the houses around me had the lawns cut today. So I feel like I just kind of got a bit slapped in the face with it all. Again, it's very pretty, but my face just doesn't like it very much. All right, mic is still set to the correct input. I have my pedals set. We just got to turn this up for reverb. Hello, hello. I've got an allergy face, go. Oh no, Cathedora now. So embarrassing. Kimchi. Are you here to shame me because I got my Boston lingo all messed up? Kimchi wants to say hi before I do this one. Hey, sweet boy. So I kind of had to give Kimchi a bath today. Not really, but I was taking a shower and Kimchi is currently being taught that we don't jump on counters. That's very no-no. So I'm in the shower and I hear it and then I peek over and I see him on the counter and I'm like, no! And so I jump out for a second, I pick him up and I put him down, but I still had soap in my hands. So then I was like, oh God, I gotta get the soap off of him. He's a cat and, you know, they lick themselves, they bathe themselves, and I didn't want that to be toxic or something. So I got a bunch of paper towels and I like soaked them through and just started wiping down on the spots that the soap touched him. And I will say, he was so good. He did not care at all. And I just kind of like made sure to wipe him down and then took a towel to dry it off. And then I took a comb to brush it through. And now he smells a little bit of lavender. But you were a little angel during your almost bath time. He's been taught we don't jump on counters, but he is learning we don't jump on counters. Yes. That is very true, yes. He's getting better at it, but, you know, when your pet really wants attention, they will do whatever it takes to get your attention. And even though I was in the shower, he still was like, I need attention now. And that's okay, bud. You're a good boy. Oh, and you smell of lavender. Wow. Oh, you purring? Am I hearing little purrs? He goes, no. I could have sworn I did. Well, mister, unfortunately, I can't make loops and play violin and instruments with you on my lap, so I do have to put you on the ground. But I promise we'll be cuddling up later, okay? Are these terms agreeable to you? Again, this is Kimchi. The Lego cat was delivered today. I still have to finish my big spaceman, but I made really good progress on it this weekend. I have finished the torso, which is pretty important for a spaceman. Oh my God, he's about to be good. Ooh, Scotty Bear's kind of in his bed though. Can he navigate this? He's thinking about it. I might need to move Scotty Bear's legs. Hi. I'm sorry. We'll see if that helps. It didn't help. Okay, we'll see. Well, the poll is up if people want to vote on the behavior of kimchi today. I'm also interested to see how it will play out. Kimchi. You can't sit on my lap right now, honey. I'm sorry. but their spirits still hold themselves and live for their secrets. They're uptight, uptight, wish they'd swoop down in a country lane late at night when I'm driving. Take me on board a beautiful ship. Show me the world, 'cause I'd love to see it. I tell all my friends, but they never believe me. Think that I finally lost it completely and showed them the stars, the meaning of life. They'd shut me away, but I'll be alright. Alright, though. Uptight, 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 they'd swoop down in a country lane late at night when I'm driving. Take me on board their beautiful ship. Show me the world, 'cause I'd love to see it. I tell all my friends, but they never believe me. Think I'd finally lost it completely. I'd show them the stars and the meaning of life. They shut me away, but I'll be alright. Alright, though. Uptight, uptight. Uptight. That song just makes me so happy in such a peculiar way. He's like, it's not exactly lyrically like a feel-good song necessarily. I feel like it kind of seems more like feeling like an outsider in your own community and like trying to connect with people that you feel like you are in the line with, even though they're not readily around you in a way. But maybe that's why I really like to do it, is it's kind of a similar feeling that I know a lot of us can relate to, you know? Okay, welcome. How are you today? It's always good to see you. Let's see here. I know we have another loop next. I'm trying to remember what it is. Paris is burning. Yes. For Daisy Cooks, thank you very much rather for the follow. What is your main thing that you like to cook? I was going to ask, is it baking? But then I guess it would be Daisy Bakes and not Daisy Cooks. Unless your name is just Daisy Cooks. I'm in support of all of these, by the way. Whichever one you align with. Let's see here. So believe it or not, folks, we've already reached our hour and a half break. I usually kind of break up my streams to have a break at an hour and a half and then another hour after this. Oh, everything Asian stir fry. I love. I had a HelloFresh sponsorship like 2 months ago now, but my favorite one in it, which I've actually managed to remake since, was a bibimbap. And oh my gosh, I love it. It's just like you chop up mushrooms and spinach and green onion. I'm trying to remember the rest. I know there's like a couple other vegetables that you put in there. Obviously, you make the rice and then you cook all the veggies. And then you took the cooked rice and you put it in the pan with a bunch of oil and let it get kind of crispy on the bottom. I still haven't mastered that part though. I keep kind of burning the rice. So if anyone has advice for me, I would actually appreciate it. Like, how do you take cooked rice and put it in the pan with oil and get it like kind of a crunchy base on the bottom? But then you put all the veggies that you cooked back on top, some soy sauce, and I'm trying to remember the other stuff. White vinegar, like cooking vinegar. It's on the cooking sheet downstairs. I burn cereal when trying to make food. Honestly, I relate to this. Like, I was so stoked when I got that sponsor, but a part of it was for me to review my cooking to you guys. And I was so stressed about that. I was like, oh no. Can I actually sell this product with me being the example on how to do it? Because I don't know. Chill the rice, then damp dry before you start to fry it. Okay. Thank you, Daisy. I really appreciate that. Because it's one of my favorite meals so far that I've managed to make for myself. And if I can make it better, then that would be great. To answer your question, yes, I play violin and sing. Basically what I do here, for anyone that's new, welcome. My name's Jo, and I play over video game soundtracks like what we're listening to in the background. And I also make loop arrangements and sing on top of them, playing a bunch of different instruments like piano, bass, banjo, for covers, originals, and instrumentals. So if any of that interests you, I hope you consider following and getting cozy. For All Make, thank you very much for the resub for 4 months. I really appreciate it. Let me know if I can play you something to say thank you for the resub. And Ben, thank you for the kind words. And thank you for asking for that one. I feel like I needed to do that one today. Joe for the bits, thank you. Cat the Door for the bits earlier. I don't think I thanked you. But yeah. Had a Thai mother-in-law once. I've definitely enjoyed my fair share of Thai food. I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Thai also have a bunch of kind of, they're like iced teas, but they're a bit more dense with fruit in them. It might be just one place that was one of my regular stops when I was living in Boston, but I always really liked going there. Had Thai food yesterday. Very yummy. Let's see. So I think what I'm going to do now is take just like a 2 to 3 minute break. And when we get back, I will do a loop arrangement of St. Vincent's Paris is Burning, which is really, really fun. It's also a little bit odd, but I feel like that's kind of what I gravitate towards. Mostly spicy dishes, but I learned to make mild ones. I'm also, I'm quite sensitive to spice. I've gotten better with my tolerance since moving to Nashville because I feel like Nashville really likes spicy seasonings, especially on like their meats and chickens and stuff like that. But I'm still a bit of a sensitive soul when it comes to the spicy foods, I'll admit. All right, y'all. I will be back in just 2 to 3 minutes, long enough for me to have some water and use the restroom. And then when I get back, we'll do some more loops. Thank you for all the love and the support, y'all. Hello, I'm back. I was trying to be efficient and like get the instruments set up before I started, but then I realized you could hear it anyway as I was plugging it in. So sorry about the brief feedback that you heard for a moment. Will, how are you? We love Will here. The best guitarist in the world. So if you're looking for a channel to really admire the expertise of a guitar player, I can't recommend Will enough. He's awesome. And on top of that, he's a dang old sweetheart. How are you doing, Will? I have to get used to your new, what's it called? Icon? What is it called? The, like, picture for your channel. Josiah, welcome. Good to see you. Kurosawa. Josiah, thank you for a resub for 4 months. I really appreciate it. That gives you priority requests. If that's something you want, just let me or Maud know. We're about to move on to St. Vincent's. Paris is burning. Just got to turn to the correct page here. I mean, I think it really works well in regards of like grabbing attention. You see that symbol and you can't help but be like, oh, I should pay attention to that. Alrighty. So I have Paris is Burning. The Mario Galaxy theme, you got it. I will play that for you right after I finish this one. For Fast. It makes me so happy that you guys like this one. It feels like kind of one of my oddball kind of songs that I put in here, but I find myself gravitating towards these. Okay, so I just need to put a guitar plug-in. I've recently liked doing just a clean tone on this one, so I'll drag that here, and then I usually have to turn the bass down a bit. So we'll see how that sounds. Also, Hedges, I'm so sorry for your bum. You said that you got bit by a dog on the bum. Did I read that right? I hope everything's okay. That stinks, though. I think it's like such a universal thing for everybody to feel where like you don't ever want to go to the doctor. So whenever you have to go in, that's like such a bummer. No pun intended with the bum side of things. So for this one, I did already program drums for it. Oh, I deleted something I shouldn't have. Sorry, I have to reset up some things because I just made a mistake here. Talk about dog days, am I right? I know that being bit by a dog is something that a lot of people can relate to. I was always afraid of dogs growing up because I'm just a very short person. I'm only 5'1" now, so I've always been just fairly short. And, you know, a lot of doggies get so excited and they want to go on their hind legs and give you a hug and say hello, and I would always be nervous. But I know obviously most dogs are so wonderful, and a lot of it's dependent on just their training and stuff. I've luckily gotten over my fear for the most part. Yes, I've met some lovely, lovely, wonderful doggies. Okay, let me start at a low volume in case it's loud, because I don't want to blast y'all. Okay, let me make adjustments to make it so that I can get the main volume here louder. That seems pretty good. I might get the drums a bit louder. The second one was pretty good, I think. Yeah, we can work with that. So now I need to go here and shorten this to measure 3, which will loop onwards, and I'm done with guitar. Now, let's plug in the synth for some texture. Should have resolved to an A. Let's try that again. We are ready for strings. And that should be the last thing I usually layer with this, and then we'll get to singing and a full performance. Just getting the balance right between all our instruments. I think that feels pretty good. Benny, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. My name's Joe, and I make loop arrangements of covers, originals, and instrumentals. And I also play over video game soundtracks, because that's my favorite genre of music to listen to. But if I can play you something, please let me know for Benny. I would love to. This is one of my more out there loops, but I just really like out there music, so I can't help myself. I'm gonna do a little violin solo and one more song, and then one more sing through, and then we'll wrap it up. Another raid for Towards Night. Thank you very, very much. And again for the Benny, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it. Again, thank you, Fast. I felt like there was something in my soul that needed to do that song. I know it's again, especially as an introduction to Raiders, a bit of an odd one, but I feel like, especially when it comes to me building my song list, if I find a female singer-songwriter that just makes something so like against the grain, I just need it. I just want it, and I want to celebrate it. And St. Vincent is just absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely love St. Vincent. So I needed to make sure I had her on my song list. When you hit that double violin, just fire. Thank you. Thank you, the Benny. And how is your stream, as well as for Towards the Night? Oh my gosh, the cable just touched my foot and I was terrified it was a spider. I've been cleaning out a lot of my house for like spring cleaning, and I have a crawl space that, I'll usually put like seasonal decorations in, but I pulled out those boxes to make sure I also threw out things there that I didn't need anymore. And my strategy was to pull the box out, and then I'd kick it and wait to see if a spider crawled out. And then I'd slowly work my way over, and I'd just kick it again and just wait for something to skitter scatter. But luckily, I was spider free. Now, mind you, I do have a reason for doing that. When I first moved to where I currently live, Nashville, Tennessee, I lived in a mostly finished attic space because it was very cheap, and I'm very grateful for that space. But since it was a mostly finished attic, there was a lot of brown recluses, which I had not been introduced to before. But they are they're kind of a scary little spider, let me tell you. You don't want to get bit by one of those. There's a lot of them. And I lived there for 3.5 years, so I got in the habit of whenever I would like get my suitcase or any box that I hadn't touched in a while, I would kick it and wait to see if something would move. Because true to their name, I'll give them this credit. Brown recluses, they really want to stay the hell away from you. They're reclusive. They don't want to entertain human company. So my strategy with spiders from that point forward has been, I am making my presence known, which means I am stomping around and kicking things. And I think if I do that for 30 seconds, I'm probably safe. And that has worked very well for me. For living in that attic infested with them, I never got bit. So, life hack, just saying. For Chris, you have a giant scar on my shoulder from a recluse. Yeah, like, you definitely don't want to get bit by one. That is a guarantee. I feel like I should say my, like, proper thank yous first. Yes, I got a brand new sub. One sec. I wanted to make sure I give a follow for Towards Night. Thank you again for the raid, Towards Night. And what were you up to on stream? You were a new name for me, so I made sure to follow so I can check you out sometime. But whenever I click in my OBS alerts, it like blocks the screen. I can... Oh, Andy Nicole. Thank you so much for a brand new sub. Thank you. Please let me know if there's something I can play for you. When you are a new, or just if you sub in general to the channel, I give you a free request every time you resub. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, please let me know for Andy Nicole. And I really appreciate that. Thank you. Twitch at this point has been my main source of income where I can continue to pursue music full time. And, I treat this seriously as a job where I try to make sure every time I come back here, I'm a little bit stronger than the last time. And I'm always adding new songs to the list and just trying to earn it from you guys. Scotty, have a wonderful night's rest. It's wonderful to see you. For Josiah, they make it, when it comes to the bites from the brown recluse, they used to be much worse than they are now. People used to, say that they're like fatal, but at this point that's very rare, but it is possible. But typically for people who might be like very prone to getting sick or someone very young. What I've been taught since living in Tennessee, because they're quite prevalent here, is if you get bit, you have to see if there's like a red mark, and then you draw a Sharpie around it, and if that mark gets bigger than the Sharpie, that's when you have to go to the hospital. But one comforting thing I learned about them, I realize I'm probably losing viewers talking about this. One comforting thing I learned about them was that their fangs apparently can't break through clothing. Like, you have to be skin on skin contact, or like butt naked. So I just made sure whenever I went to bed, I would like shake my sheets. But sometimes I would see a little. One time when that happened, I called my dad crying, but my parents live in Massachusetts. And my poor father was like, Joe, I love you, but there's literally nothing I can do. And I was just bawling my eyes out like, Dad, it was like this big spider. It was a big one and I'm scared. I'm scared to go to bed. And he's like, honey, I love you, but like, I can't do anything. I don't know what to tell you. For Andy, I did the Sharpie trick and had to go to the ER. Still have a scar. Oh my gosh. Well, I didn't realize how lucky I was. I somehow lived there for, like I said, like over 3 years, and I managed to not get bit. But again, what I did is I at least grew comfort in knowing that that particular spider, they hate humans. They don't want to be around humans. So whenever I'd enter the attic, my home where I lived, I would like put down my bag and just be stomping around and be like, blah, 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 blah. Here is me. I am home now. Gonna walk over here now in case you're over there. Just so you know, I am coming. And I think that worked for me. Life hack. Oh my God, with my allergies, I'm pushing my voice too hard. Exactly, Cathador. It was just like that. I probably got on all fours and was just stomping around like that to really make maximum impact. Hello, here I am. Go back to your corner away from me. Hello, I am back. Leave me alone. Oh, am I advertising myself well for these new viewers from the raid? I'm not sure. But I guess it's best you know now. Since my voice feels like it's kind of going in and out, I think I'm going to give myself a break from singing loops and go into doing some video game songs, if that feels good for everybody. I will go back to doing singing loops, so don't you worry, it's not off the table. I'm just trying to give myself a bit of a break. I went to go cat sit at my friend's house while they're traveling, and oh my God, Blinks. Blinks, you made my goal happen, you beautiful angel. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Well, hey, I know you like Final Fantasy X and 7. Do you have a preference between either one of those for the next song we go into? Oh, I feel like my eyes look so red from my allergies. Right? For Cathadora, Pencils is the mastermind for my birthday, which was last week. I did like a Sailor Moon cosplay stream because that's all I wanted to do for my birthday was pretend I was Sailor Moon for a day. And one of our mods, Pencils, was so sweet and made all the alerts, various Sailor Moon things, but it might be here to stay. I do really like the Your Lie April one I typically have, where she turns around and says hi, but maybe I'll have like just that one. We'll see. Well, who wouldn't like want to spend their birthday like that? That's what I'm saying, y'all. I was just like, I just want to be Sailor Moon and drink champagne. And that's what I did. It was lovely. So I haven't said either, which means I'll do both. Oh, that kind of peaked. I hope I didn't give you earblood. I want to spend every day like that. Andy, same. Like, that's the thing. Like, I bought this cute little cosplay for it, but when you buy a cosplay, you don't really have a place to, like, wear it. So then, that's, like, one of the beauty, amazing gifts that you guys give me being a streamer, is I can be like, hey, I'm gonna dress as Sailor Moon tonight, and that's not weird, right? And you're like, correct. I'm like, yes! Champagne, now we're talking. I only do champagne for like big events here, like New Year's or my birthday. I don't typically do New Year's anymore. So like, I don't know. I usually end up doing it if it's like a big celebration, like once or twice a year or something. Yes, I do love me some champagne, let me tell you. It was your birthday? Congratulations. I did it! Another year down. Pew pew. Fearlessly in my 30s now. Oh, Ballum Garden. Stealing my heart right now. This is going to be risky, especially since I haven't practiced violin for 2 days, which for me is like crazy. But I'm getting better at realizing when I'm nearing a burnt out streak, and that was happening last week. So I decided to take my weekend to play some Tears of the Kingdom and do my Lego Spaceman and cuddle with my cat Kimchi in our weighted blanket, and it was lovely. But I wrote my music for this going really high. For the video game stuff, where I play over soundtracks, I write out all my music myself. And admittedly, I write it sometimes to purposely be challenging for myself because I want to get better so that I can keep trying to, become a better player, both for myself and for people to watch on stream. So I'm going to try and do Titus's theme. Deceivingly difficult in how long these notes are, and the end gets really high, how I wrote it. Bonjour! Sorry, can I start over? I feel like the track's so quiet and I want to readjust my mic. Squeakers. Okay. Now that I'm hopefully set up for success, I have no excuses if it doesn't sound good. to get it a bit better. But that wasn't that bad. I think what's hard for this one, for me so far, is I need to figure out how to get all the way to the bottom of my bow for these really long notes. I just need to commit to it. Not the most efficient shifting in regards to being a violinist, but it's gotten a bit better. That's like an example of a piece that would make me extremely uncomfortable to play without the track a year ago. But I'm reaching a point now where I'm at least able to take the songs that make me feel a little nervous and just force myself to do that. It's one of the best ways to fix it faster, to be more comfortable. For guys, what the hell? Thank you for the follow. That felt like the right inflection for that. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So we did a Final Fantasy X, like I promised. Let's do a Final Fantasy VII. And I've already done Tifa's theme, so why don't we do Aerith's theme? I feel like those are like the yin and yang songs of that series that I should be hitting. I saw the mods had like an equal battle putting that in there. Y'all, when I started stream tonight, I was so shy. Even though I didn't, like, the last time I streamed was on Friday, so it wasn't like it's been a long time. I always get so shy when I get back on camera. And now I'm just like, oh, I just remembered that this is like one of the most comfortable places I feel like I can just talk and just interact with people. Which is why I started this account to begin with, so thank you. Nova, giving out 3 subs. Thank you so much. Let me know if I can play something for you. I love my little ballet teacher, Kate, but it's getting in the way of my, my bow arm. Phoenix, I love you guys too. Like, I really can't express enough. Most of you guys know this, but I have like really bad. No, I won't say really bad. It's gotten better. I've been working on it. But I have pretty strong social anxiety. I get really anxious putting myself out in the real world, which was one of the reasons I made this channel, so I could just connect with people in a way that I felt safe and comfortable to do so. And even though this channel has grown to be so much more than what I first kind of envisioned for when I first started, it's just amazing, and I'm so grateful. Good night, Elle. I'm gonna try a new video game before bed. Well, you can't not tell us what it is before you go to bed. Come on now. For Nova, have a wonderful night's rest as well. That was exactly what I would have picked. Perfect. I love that. Echoes of the Plum Grove? I need to Google this. Yes, I am intrigued. Echoes of the Plum Grove. One reason I'm intrigued by new games is because, of course, it's another option of something I can play to relax in my off time, but also it introduces me to a new game soundtrack, which, you know, I'm always looking for. Like, I love making the new loop arrangements and like things like that, but I feel like my first passion, like when it comes to something that's fun and comfortable, I just love finding music and transcribing it from game soundtracks to you guys. It makes me so happy. I love doing it so much. Do I still have the tab open? Or no? I know where to find it again, but I was watching a streamer play a new game and I started listening to the soundtrack. Thought it was really beautiful, but I think I accidentally closed out of it, but no big deal. It will come back at some point. For Andy, thank you. Honestly, I feel like this always sounds insincere, and I hope it doesn't, but for Phoenix Fire, thank you. For a resub, thank you. That does give you a priority request. If that's something you want, let me know. But when I started streaming, I did it kind of purposefully where I didn't tell anybody, and I just wanted, like, I knew that if I was a brand new channel without telling anybody, like, I don't know, probably 1 or 2 people would come in there. I freaking loved it for like those 2 weeks. I knew there was the same 3 names that would come back, and I just absolutely adored them. And then obviously the channel grew, as you guys can see, and at first I was kind of terrified of it. I was like, what? I came on here to test myself in small doses, but then it turned into being something where I got to actually pursue this as a career, and with that, focus 100% of my time on bettering myself as a musician every day by learning new stuff for you guys, new instruments, practicing, and it's become sincerely like one of the best things in my life that's ever happened to me. But if I had started knowing this was in the future, I might have been too afraid to start it to begin with, if I'm being honest. It just grew in this way that every time I wanted to step back, I had you guys and like the main core of the community at that point to be like, hey, it's okay if you're nervous to stream today. Like, you can be nervous and stream at the same time. And I was like, really? That's acceptable? You're like, yes. It's like, oh. Okay, cool. Okay, then I'll do it. But I am gonna stutter on my words and say I already did it and mispronounce everything as I get tongue-tied. But yeah, like you can see in that clip, especially Benny, if you're curious in that, I was so fresh to streaming that I didn't know what a raid was. So when I got raided for the first time, I thought Twitch glitched out and they sent someone else's chat to my chat. And I was like, you guys, nothing makes sense. Like, everyone's saying raid, like, and it says there's a lot more people here than usual. So I think, like, they're just crossing my channel with someone else's. I don't know what's up. Do I know Melodies of Life? Of course I do. For Phoenix Fire, I'm not sure if I'm ready to show you the final product, but I've actually been, I've been working on my own recorded arrangement of it for YouTube. I'll play over the original track, but I can show you what I came up with so far. Here it is. Melodies of Life. Final Fantasy 9 was my very first Final Fantasy, so it has like a very, very special place in my heart. I could do both. I could. I don't see why not. Okay, let's see. It's under video game arrangements. These are the ones I'm getting ready for YouTube. Oh, is your favorite too? I feel like it doesn't get as much love as it should. Like, I was watching one of those like YouTube in-depth analysis things about why Final Fantasy IX wasn't as popular. And a lot of them were saying that like most games prior had that kind of like almost medieval feel to it with like a princess and a queen. Whereas 7 and 8 had these more like futuristic industrial vibes to it. Which I think did make a lot of sense as to why people may not have gravitated towards 9 as much, which had kind of more of that medieval feel to it. But oh my god, I loved it. I know I want to do a Vivi cosplay. I keep saying that I'm on the search for the striped pants that he has. And if I get those, I will do the cosplay. Oh, the mandolin I did is so rough. But this is the arrangement I'm working on. So I recorded guitar, piano, a lot of different synth layers. Oh, that one's kind of loud. Again, this one's a work in progress. It will eventually be up on my YouTube channel. I'm just trying to figure out how to get the balance exactly how I want it. But that will be coming up in the future. It's actually one of the things in my throne wish list is a Garnet cosplay. Because I wanted to wear that when I did the music video for this. But then if I go over the original, I can do the harmony for you guys. Let's do that. For Phoenix, thank you. That means a lot. I get so in my head with recording, which is why I haven't released nearly as much as I Wish I did have, honestly. I'm really hard on myself about that. I'm still kind of trying to get over a fear of recording. Like, a part of my career is, like, I do studio sessions here in Nashville, but when you have a producer, I feel like it's so much easier because they'll just be like, okay, we got it, you're done. And even if I'm like, I feel like I could do better, they're usually like, nope, we're on a schedule and I can tell you that we got it. I'm like, okay. But then when I'm the one recording it, I'm re-recording everything like 50 million times because I'm a crazy person. No, I'm a perfectionist. I'm not a crazy person. Maybe a little crazy. Let's get this track louder. Oh, that scared me so bad. But thank you. I cranked the volume because that track was really soft. I'm so sorry, everybody. I need to check to see what that was for. I see that we had an anonymous dono for, hey, 8% funded to help me get my Garnet cosplay. Thank you so much. I have 2 cosplay things in the Throne wish list. We're actually almost 50% on the way to getting the Fallout cosplay. I know they're kind of like the softies in the series, but I really wanted to get a Vault Tech suit because I think they look cool. And I really like Lucy in the series. And when you start Fallout 4, which was at least my first one, I know it's not everyone's favorite, but that's the Fallout I played. You obviously, start out as a Vault Tech person. Sorry for the earblood, everybody. For Phoenix, thank you very much for the dono to help me get my cosplay. I really appreciate that. That's so kind. I don't know what happened. So, I think I can fix it in the Throne website, but let's see. Integrations, maybe? No. This will probably be something I have to look into outside of stream. But, yeah, Throne is just like a website that some streamers put things that it's like an Amazon wish list they're trying to get and you can crowdfund to get them. And if someone donates, then that sound appears. It's usually not that loud though. So, my bad. Sorry. Also, Kathleen, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you so much. Man, the name Kathleen always makes me think of this one girl I taught violin to for like, man, it must have been like 7 years or something. Like I watched her go from like middle school all the way through high school, and it was just so heartwarming to like get to work with her and just watch her just like turn into adult and not only give her violin advice but also like life advice when I could. And oh, she was very, very talented. She was super smart. Like, well, I shouldn't speak in the past tense, like she's still brilliant and smart. You know, she's moved on to college and stuff, and I haven't taught her since, but I still have, from a handful of students, when she was little, she hated this, but she drew a picture of me when she was very little. And I kept it. Like, I keep all the drawings that kids would draw of me when I was primarily a teacher. And I showed her one day when she was in high school. I was like, hey, do you remember doing this? She was like, throw it away. And I was like, never. I might grab it for you guys because it's so cute. Oh. Vault Tech jumpsuit. Oh, it's 95% funded. I'm gonna be a Vault Techer. I know that's not the official phrase for it. For the gifters. Let me see here. I gotta refresh it. Another anonymous. Dude, whoever that was a big old contribution. Thank you very, very much. Oh, I might be getting a Vault Tech suit today. Well, order it, and then I'll have to wait for it. But, oh, and you bet your butts I'm going to be doing a cosplay stream with it. And finally, I will add the ever so epic Fallout theme to it, my song list. Originally, I was worried that the song didn't have like enough going on in it. Like I worried it was more atmospheric, like rather than melodic. But once I get this cosplay, I'm totally adding this to the song list because it's so good. It's so like epic and it's good. This is it. Probably not the most like tantalizing payback for helping me get the cosplay, but I will definitely play this in the Vault Tech suit. And I might learn one of the old-timey songs. Wait, now it says it's 99% funded. Oh! Oh, it's just funded now! Ah! Phoenix Slayer! You got that last bit! Oh! Y'all, I'm doing another cosplay stream! Biatches! I'm sorry, I know that word still offends people. I weirdly feel kind of empowered by it lately. But oh my gosh! I apologize, I won't do that again for a while. I'm sorry. I'm really excited though! Oh! I'm gonna be a Vault Techer. Oh! I'm so ordering that. Well, I should probably order it tomorrow because I'll have to do all the measurements. For cosplay, understandably, they want you to measure like everything. Like your waist and your legs and your hips and how long your arms are, just everything. Oh, thank you guys so much. I'm so excited. So I'll be playing this when I get the Vault Tech suit. Oh, that's gonna be so powerful. Hup, 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 hups and chat, baby. Hup, 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 hup. I've seen on Twitch like some mixed reviews about how people feel rather about the Fallout Prime series. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really liking it. Like, I know there's a large chunk of that being nostalgia for like playing through it with the scenes and everything. But man, it's really well done, I think. Like, especially to what I think just happened, it did. Oh my god, I'm getting a Garnet cosplay too! I'm so excited. Oh my god, I get to be Garnet from Final Fantasy IX, which means I gotta focus on getting that video out for YouTube as well. Oh my god, Blinks! Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I know, I'm like silly happy right now, but like, you guys, I've wanted to be a cosplay girl for so long, but I just couldn't justify it because it's so expensive. And tonight, I get to order 2 cosplays, and one is the first Final Fantasy game I've ever played as Garnet, and she has long freaking hair like I do too. So I feel like I can do a big long pony. Pencils keeps saying that if I do a Garnet stream, I have to cut my hair like she does. I don't think I'll do that. Oh, I'm so excited! I did see what you posted in Mod Chat Tripwire about applications for things. I'm definitely too late for one of those, but I'm still air punching as I'm just so excited right now. Oh! You know what I'm also gonna do? One of my girlfriends here in Nashville, she's really good at sewing, and I haven't found that hood that Garnet wears. Like, you know, the one with the red triangles on it? So I think I'm gonna try and make that for this cosplay. So I'll order like the suit, and then I wanna make the like big hood that she has because it's so cool. Oh my god, Blinks, thank you so much. I'm so excited. Baka, I got my Throne wishlist things funded, so I get to do 2 whole cosplay streams coming up. Like, I have to wait for them to be made. But we're gonna have 2 cosplay streams! Isn't that so exciting? Oh my gosh, I'm a silly smiley girl right now. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy. It's a white mage hood, so like I found, yes, like I have seen that like white mage characters in other games still have that red and white triangle pattern thing, but I want it to be like exactly like the one Garnet has, and I've found different variations. And if I get to sew it, then I want to make the hood like super big like hers, where it's just like almost a cape instead of just like a sweatshirt vibe. But thank you for helping like with advice on just narrowing down the search to get it. Eyes on Me? I don't think I'm familiar with that. Is it from a game? Or is Faye like the artist? Is it the one from Final Fantasy VIII? Oh yeah, I do have that. Yes, I can play that for you. I will say, I do need to take another quick break as we've been going almost 3 hours. If that's okay, y'all. I'm gonna just step away for a couple minutes and probably jump up and down and dance around Kimchi as I'm so excited right now that I get to be Garnet and kind of specifically Lucy, but more just like Fallout universe Vault Tech person. I'm so thank you guys so much. Sorry for the gross noises. Yelling at Clouds, thank you for gifting a sub. Benny, thank you again for the raid. Thank you. Alright, I should put up this playlist over here, so then I don't have to worry about ads. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Phoenix and iBlinks, for an incredibly generous contribution to help me towards my little cosplay dreams. Thank you very much. Thank you. I will be back in just like 3 minutes, just long enough for me to dance around Kimchi for a second and use the bathroom. Thank you guys so much. Oh my goodness, a raid! And not any raid. Chris, thank you so much. It's so good to see you. How are you? Welcome, Raiders. Sorry I was on a break there. Welcome. My name's Joe, And I play over video game soundtracks, and I also make loop arrangements of covers, originals, and instrumentals, playing lots of different things. Thank you so much. Welcome. And if anyone's not familiar with Chris, definitely change that. He is incredible. I feel like any genre, he can just make it happen effortlessly. And on top of that, he's so lovely, like wonderful company. Chris, thank you very, very much for the raid. Please let me know if I can play you something. I do owe Phoenix Fire, who did a contribution towards my cosplay goal, Eyes on Me. So why don't I play that real quick? But if there's something I can play for you afterwards, please let me know. I'm like super happy right now because I had 2 things on my Throne wish list, which were 2 cosplays, and both of them are happening. So I get to be Garnet from Final Fantasy IX, and I got a Fallout Vault-Tec jumpsuit. I'm so stoked. Man, I haven't played that one for a while. That felt really nice to revisit. I've mentioned before that I've played a lot of the Final Fantasy series, but I do think that Final Fantasy VIII is my favorite. And that is one of the songs featured from Final Fantasy VIII. Renoa, who's also like the main female in that game, is my favorite. Like, I absolutely adore Renoa. I always felt like she was kind of the one I related to the most in a way. Because her character, she'll like really fearlessly chase after whatever her dream is, even if she's not necessarily ready for it. And so you watch her make a lot of mistakes along the way, but she's still just so like there's no other option for her other than just chasing towards what she wants. And I was like, oh, that is so how I felt with pursuing at least violin, especially when I was attending music school, because when I was accepted to the program I got into, I was a vocal major, and I saw the string program and just so desperately was like, I need to be a part of this. Don't get me wrong, I did have violin training growing up, but I quit for a long time, and then I revisited it. Sorry, I was thinking about a song I wanted to play, but I know it's... Here it is, one of these piles. Accidental caps is always a welcome thing. It makes me laugh because I do that all the time. Ooh, actually, I kind of want to do this song. I forgot I learned it. It's one of the newest ones I've added to the list. It's called A Friend on My Mind from Xenoblade Chronicles. And Xenoblade Chronicles has a gorgeous soundtrack. It's so pretty. For Chris, I hope you had an awesome stream. You deserve that and so much more, my friend. Oh, you guys, I'm so happy. I started stream so nervous tonight. I was like tripping all over myself with my words, but I feel really happy, you guys. It's corny, but I do feel like this is kind of like one of my most safe, comfortable places. I feel like I can be myself. For Tomer's welcome, you said Renala? I don't know if I know who Renala is. I'm worried that this just exposed something that I should know. For, let's see, Zabu Ninja? I hope I said that right. Not Zabu Ninja Times? Or Time. Thank you for the follow. I probably said your name wrong still. I tried. The one thing with Renoa that I feel like I don't connect with those much is how like openly flirtatious she is with like going right up to Squall and being like, you're the most good looking guy here. We should dance, and just grabs him. Like, I would never do that. I would never, ever be able to do that. I'm the girl that just like sits in a place that is visible enough. So if someone asked me to dance, I'd be able to, but I would still hide in that spot for mostly the rest of the night and then go home and be proud of myself for going out. For Eldari, thank you for the follow as well. But I admire that of her. So it's another reason why I like Renoa. So I remember this starts with violin right away. So I'm going to grab it and then quickly press play with my bow and hopefully start somewhat in time with the track. Let's see. Sweet. Sure we're tight with the bow. Okay. don't know if this is interesting or not, but with violin, when it comes to shifting, you always want to think about the last note you played and what finger that was when you are going to a higher position. So I played this G sharp with my second finger. So what I want to do is figure out what the second finger would be in that high position and use that as a reference to get the third. So I need to get... Okay, so now in context... Oh, I'm reading in sixth position. That's not as comfy. I want to try it again with my new strategy, given I'm not as well equipped to shift into sixth position as I'd like to be. For violin, when you learn how to shift, you typically start by going from first, which is, right at the bottom here. And then you learn how to go to third, 1 to 3. And then you learn how to do 1 to 3 to 5. And then once you get really competent with that, you start to incorporate 2 and 4. And then you do 6, 7 beyond. Please don't take my word as being like the be all end all. That's just what I at least experienced with myself learning this stuff. So doing 6th and 7th and beyond, I'm always like, oh, I don't know these as well. But I'm still taking classical lessons, so I'm practicing. try it once without the track to really lock in these corrections I'm making. Okay. Think of Here Comes the Bride. That's how I still find my major fourths. And it's like accompaniment. Get a clean vibrato up there. You know, it was at least better than when I first tried it. But yeah, I think that one's just such a pretty, lovely, lovely little song. For Elder, thank you so much for a tier 2. If there's something I can play for you, please let me know. I'm so grateful you guys are so encouraging with me doing playthroughs without the backing track, so I can really focus on just getting these little tiny things fixed. It might be my focus for the last bit of stream here. I think I'm going to close our requests after, and in case, Elder, if there's anything that you would like, you will be our last priority request for tonight. So no pressure, but if there's something you want to hear, anything at all, please let me know, because I want to make sure I thank you for your priority requests. I'm gonna do another like dramatic one. Well, not dramatic. It's a song. As a violinist, I feel like when I approach a song that is very emotional and quiet, those are the really scary ones for me to play, because it's so dependent on making sure you are really in control of how much pressure you put on the string, the speed of it, when you change your bow, the size of your vibrato, it's like all the things that go off in my brain when I'm playing through these pieces. So I want to try and do Eunice theme. And I'm going to play over TPR's rendition. And y'all, if you don't know who TPR is and you like video game soundtracks, please, please give yourself a treat and find TPR on Spotify, because I'm hearing it, but I don't see it. Please. I opened up another tab and I heard the blue crease. And I was like, oh my gosh, something generous and nice just happened. Blinks, thank you. I'm really happy as I'm about to do a Final Fantasy X piece, and I know that's one you like. I feel like lately you've been asking to make sure that Mr. Tillman happens. But if there's anything I can play for you, I hope you know at this point, like, I will always play you anything from my song list. You have given me so much stress off this year for just knowing that I'll be okay with paying all the things that I need to. And I want to make sure I'm not saying that in a sense of like, keep doing it. Like, if it all stopped tomorrow, what you've given is amazing. And I can't say that enough. So thank you truly so much. You've taken such a stress off of me with that, with just helping me out with just keeping things going. So thank you. I thought I heard Kimchi getting into mischief. The door is open if he wants to say hello. Approaching a level 3 hype train thanks to Blinks. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please keep the chat in English so that we can read it. I wish I could speak other things, but I can't. more whiskey. You're okay. Thank you, like, for apologizing. I feel bad enforcing the English only rule. The only reason I do that is just to kind of protect me, because if I don't understand what's going on, then we don't know what's happening in chat. So I hope no one ever takes it personally. I wish I could speak more languages, but I can't. But thank you. Thank you for the follow. Okay, I'm gonna make this pretty. Whoa, I didn't mean to actually match the pitch of the last note there. Blinks, did you do it? Did you make the level 5 train happen? I think you did. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's still a bit short. Oh my god, I feel awful saying that after you've given 100 bits and like 20 subs. Thank you. Thank you. Very, very much, Blinks. Thank you. I shall give you more Final Fantasy. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. We have a little game here. It's silly. Like it's nothing to get worked up about, but we do a little cute thing here where if we reach a level 5 hype train, I'll show you something from my shame closet, which is filled with a bunch of random stuff. But I feel like iBlinks has done their work. Thank you, iBlinks. Thank you. More Final Fantasy X for you. Trying to decide when to cross strings. Sorry, I know this is painful, but it's what I need to do to get it in tune. Keep it extended, so that would be... I'm really being bold by doing these painful shift exercises during a hype train approaching level 6. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Blinks, you mad creature, you. Does creature sound rude? I want to say madman, but I'm trying not to like guess people's genders, because I feel like that's not a very nice thing to do. But I guess I could be a madman. I kind of am a madman. But thank you so much. Thank you. Madman works. Okay, fair. I just always like to get the green light for these things, you know? Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see. I want to do more for you because you've been so generous. Ooh. In the theme of me doing risky things, I want to try and do Dear to the Heart, which is very scary for me to play, as it has 6 sharps in it. Oh, God, even saying that sounds so evil. Why does this have 6 sharps? For a violinist, that's like my worst nightmare. And it's such a delicate piece, too. Oh, okay. I can do this. We're going to make this pretty, even though I don't know if I'll be able to play this in tune. But it's so pretty. Well timed. I missed a note there, my bad. Oh, that one's so scary. Like, admittedly, in the past when I've played that, I've made my mic way softer because it's just the most delicate little music box tones behind it. And it's like one of my most feared keys to play in. Oh, but I'm glad I did it. Thanks to you, Blinks. I feel like you gave me the motivation, and I know you like Final Fantasy VII for me to go for a deeper cut. But enough of this lovely, cute music boxy vibe, because ladies and gentlemen and themsums, we have reached us a shame closet moment. I'm just loading our track. Here we go. I hope I can find something good in the shame closet for us. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna go see what's in there for us. I don't know why I'm talking like a kid's show host. Okay. I forgot that I had this. So you guys know that I've been playing actively in Nashville for the past 10 years, and a lot of the shows I play a lot of the shows that I play will feature local artists and things like that, like not only just in music, but for painting and sketchwork and jewelry and clothing. And whenever I'm at a show and I see a booth of someone selling something, I really like supporting another artist while they're at the show. And I sincerely fell in love with this print. It looks like I got dirt on it, but it's on the glass. It's in a frame. It's not on the artwork, so I'll clean it. But I present to you Edgar Allan Poe being fine. Complete with the raven. How cute is that? Showing off his cute little derriere. So cute. I like him a lot. I just haven't found the right place to hang him up, but yeah, I like totally fell in love with it. That's so Raven, indeed. But yes, I was really pleased to see that at one of the shows that I played at, one of the artists was selling a couple pinup poses of Edgar Allan Poe, and I just thought it was the cutest, funniest thing. So this will be hanging up in... I have a big empty room over there where it's usually where I film my YouTube videos. When you see my music videos, they're typically in a big empty room. Most of the reason behind that was because I've been very cautious with my money in regards of furnishing the house until I felt like I was able to. Like, I kept kind of putting everything I would earn into getting the equipment that I felt like I needed in this room for streaming. But I reached a point where I did buy a table for the room, and I think I'm ready to actually get a couch. And so now I can start thinking about putting things on the wall and actually living in that room, which is what it's meant to be. Like, I'll still use it to film stuff in, but it might not just be a big empty room anymore. For Tripwire, thanks for saying that. I always felt kind of embarrassed about it, like whenever I would have friends over or something that my house wasn't like fully furnished yet. I just made sure I had one comfortable space where people could sit and talk, but I just didn't prioritize that. So I've always kept these in the shame closet for when I did get that room ready to go. So I promise you that Mr. Poe will be hanging up in there. Couches are expensive, man. But anyway, y'all, I can't believe I've already almost been going 4 hours. I do feel like I should call it here for tonight. This is going to be my only stream this week. I'm going to miss you guys so much. I have my Celtic gig this weekend, and I still need to put a fair amount of work into it. And I feel like if I try to stream on top of it, I'm going to get burnt out. So it makes me nervous stepping away from Twitch, but I also want to keep, these other gigs I have going for me so I can always have enough things to put together to keep my full-time musicianship possible. So, yes, I will be back at this time, or I guess not this exact time, but the start time next Monday at 6 p.m. You guys, thank you so much. Insert irony, thank you. For piano player rather, my bad. Welcome, Marksman. I promise I'll be back next week. For Sue Penguin, welcome. But I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much again for iBlinks. Thank you. I'm gonna still make sure while I take some time off to try and get some new stuff ready for us in our stream. But this will be goodbye until a whole week from now. I'll miss you. Like, sincerely, I'll miss you guys. I do think it will be good for me though too, is I haven't really taken a break from Twitch. I guess not that much. Well, taking 3, yeah. Only doing 1 stream a week. I don't even remember the last time I've done that. Like a year or something. It's always kind of scary stepping away, but yeah, just thank you guys. So let's see who we might want to be raiding. Let's raid. Let's raid Manos Cello. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. For anyone who's new tonight, I hope you consider following and coming back sometime. I'm typically live 4 times a week, and again, I'm always trying to add more things to the list every single week and to keep getting better at my instruments and add new instruments into the queue. And just thank you guys. I'm so excited to get those cosplays. Thank you so much. Oh, that noise wasn't very cute. That's the last thing I'm gonna leave you with. Oh, that's unfortunate. Thank you. Bye.